At some point you've probably forgotten something, whether you've gone on holiday and left something off the list, so you've left your swimming trunks at home, you've gone to the gym, you've left your bottle at home, or you're going shopping and you've left some food off the list and you get home and you realise, I need to go back. In this video, I'm going to go over an app that I use to make sure I don't forget anything and to make sure that I'm not wasting my time going back to the shop or having to go backwards and forwards between things or just remember what I had to do. I'm Danny Hatcher and this channel was created to help you invest in you, to stop procrastinating and to step forwards each and every day. Very quickly before I start this video, I am going to make a quick comment about a live stream that I was involved in with Evan Carmichael. I suggest you check out his channel, and Mark, one of his moderators, I believe. They are from Canada and America, I believe. I apologise if I've got that wrong, but they were saying my name on stream and it was mildly irritating because of the accent they were using, so I do want to say it's Danny. That's how you say the name. I didn't know how to explain that over text, so just making that clear, I'm not going to try and say it in American accent because I feel like I would butcher it. So to the main point of the video, obviously many of you have probably done checklists before, whether that's on a notepad or whether that's on your notepad on your phone. You've probably used checklists before. I personally don't like using a notebook or a piece of paper because I have my to-do list with me all day, every day, which means having to get out this book all the time and having a look and scrolling down and making sure that I've done what I need to do is a little bit tedious. I know that might sound lazy, but that's just me. So I prefer to have my to-do list on my phone because I've always got my phone on me and it's fairly easy, just access it, you click the app and it's there. For those of you that don't follow other students or other productivity individuals on YouTube, Matt Diavella recently did a video on checklists and why checklists are so useful. I mean, they use it in space. And then Thomas Frank did a video following up on Matt Diavella's video on checklists. So I've been using Todoist for about a year now. I found it on the Keep Productive YouTube channel and I've gone over some other apps, but I haven't found one that I've stuck to and I've always gone back to Todoist. Now, as you can imagine, there are paid and premium versions on Todoist and you can pay for other features, but for me, one, I don't really want to pay for something that I could just use notes for or a piece of paper for, and the way I use the app, I don't really need all of the other extra functions, so I use the free version. Before we have a look at the app on my phone and on my computer, I am going to say that I use it for three main things. One, which is habit building, making sure that I don't forget habits throughout the day. The second thing is checklists, so when I go to the gym or when I go out or when I go shopping, I do have a checklist that I can just go down each and every time so I'm not forgetting things and I don't have to remember, what do I need to take this time because it's already made. And then the third thing I use it for is a note taker, so I actually put any thoughts I have in my head during the day when I'm out and about, I put it in there on my task list because one, I know I'm going to see it, I know I'm going to go back to it because I'm always looking at the tasks. And two, if I do forget to do it, it will go into the overdue bit, which we'll see in a minute, so I can't really leave it behind or forget it because when you've got a notes page, you turn the page, you might forget what's on the previous page, or when you've got a note page on your phone, you might have a massive long list and you can't always see everything. So you can now see my phone. As you can see, you've got all my apps there and Todoist is the one right in the middle with the red 3 ticks. This has taken me in straight to the Today's panel. There are loads of other panels on there, projects, labels, etc. But all I'm going to do in this video is go over the Today panel and how I use it to do those 3 things I've just spoken about. I have cleaned this out a little bit because I know I was going to record it, but I do still have some things on there that I can talk to you about. So for habits, as you can see, exercise, it's a reoccurring task that pops up every day, so it's a reminder that I need to do some sort of exercise. I also have other things on here like cleaning teeth, read the book, do podcasts, that sort of thing, but I have actually already done those things today, so I've already checked them off. And to check them off, you quite simply just push the circle button and it goes, and that's it done. And then, because they're reoccurring tasks, they'll pop up tomorrow. The second thing I spoke about was checklists. So as you can see, I've got YouTube up here. That's actually a checklist. So we can click the down arrow and you've got all the other things that I need to do for that specific YouTube. I am recording the video right now. When I finished it, I'll then click on the dot and it will go. The reason I prefer using this over a notepad or over using my notes on my phone is because I can have massively long checklists on here and I can see all of them right there. So I can see 6 on my phone right there and they could be 10, 15 things long and I can make them bigger or make them smaller so I don't get lost when in the pages in the books or I don't have to scroll for miles on my notes page. And then the third thing I use this for is just adding notes and reminders. So just push the add button, type it in, it's natural language. So for example, let's say I'm in lecture and I've got a note, I'm just going to put lecture note in and then it's right there. So it's right at the bottom. The reason I like this to take my notes is, one, again, the pages, because if you make loads of notes, you're scrolling backwards and forwards to pages. And 2, if you do forget to do it or you don't do it, it comes up in, as you can see, the overdue bit. So tomorrow, if I haven't seen or spoken about the lecture note, I've got 2 lecture notes there, that's from recording this twice. But if I don't actually get that done today, then tomorrow it'll actually come at the top and go, oh, actually, I need to do that, so I can either set it for today or I can just do it then and there. I have tried to make this video as short as I can, so if you do have questions about Todoist or how I use Todoist, make sure you leave them in the comments below. I do have some upcoming videos on how to use Todoist and how to do all the little things in there on the free version, so if that's something you're interested in, consider subscribing.